Alright, dit hoort te werken. Mike doet het, webcam doet het, OBS doet het, alles doet het. Monsieur, madame, real life. Dit is een tijdje geleden, 7 dagen had ik het gecheckt. Mijn OBS-icoontje is gone, dus dat is leuk. Dat is leuk. Nu denkt hij gewoon dat ik nameloos aan het doen ben. I mean, maar ik kan de scènes namen geven? Wow, wait. Kijk gezellig mee, jongens. Dit is mijn second monitor hier. Wat kan ik doen? Want ik zie hier namelijk hierboven ergens scène naamloos profiel. Nou, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I started the game. Zit op 5492 knopjes. Laten we er eens eventjes 55 knoppen van maken. Bam. Ja, dit is een tijd geleden. Ik heb ook een nieuwe fit trouwens. Check dit. Nieuwe fit. Ik heb cool t-shirt. Coole broek. Ik ben helemaal hype. Helemaal hype. Ik heb ook zelfs dit gekregen. Kijk, check de Hello Carefront. Laten we eens even ietsje verder. Palais of Many Waters. Ik heb ook dit. Freaking, hoe zeg ik dat beleefd? Een prachtig. Laat ik even mijn webcam erbij pakken, kan je het beter zien. Kijk eens aan, man. Dit is een tekening dat iemand heeft gemaakt. Een keer. Ik heb toestemming om dit uit te kunnen printen, dus het komt goed. Waar is mijn midden van mijn monitor? Maakt niet uit. Dus ja, dan kan ik elke keer denken aan de mooie kanten van het leven en de donkere kanten. Mooie filosofische tekening. Ik heb hem hier rechts van mijn bureau staan. Bij mijn computer. Very nice. Dat. Hoe weer Genshin. Ik heb dit like zo lang niet meer gespeeld. Return to the Dawn. Waar was ik überhaupt in de storyline? Oh ja, ik was in de Fortress of Merpeet. Kijk, dat is vandaag de motivatie om te streamen. Vanwege de reden dat ik realiseerde dat er nog dingen zijn zoals Honkai Star. Dat ik nog kan spelen. Dus dat er really no reason is om te halten op de storyline. Genshin is de beste story. Don't gonna lie. Zover ik weet. Maar I'm rocking with it. Ik kan hiermee leven. Dit is leuk namelijk. Ik vind de Fortress of Merpeet niet de beste plek om mee de hele dag te werken voor 6 uur per dag. Bro, heb je gezien hoe lang het duurt om alleen maar deze storyline zover al in de Fortress of Merpeet af te ronden? Kijk, Fortress of Merpeet, 1 uur, deze twee bij elkaar, is 3 uur en 46 minuten. Ja, dat klopt niet. 3 uur en 47 minuten en 2 seconden. En 5 seconden. Wat? Kijk, ik weet nog wel de Archon. Even kijken hoor. Je had wel dit. Je had deze, Defeating the God of Victory. 5 uur, I know, aan één quest. Maar deze zover is 3 uur lang, dus perhaps 5 uur mark. Kijk, we gaan het niet in 1 keer doen natuurlijk, dat is een beetje... Ik zal proberen trouwens. Ik ben niet van de muziek hier. Kan ik niet gewoon andere muziek gaan afspelen terwijl ik hier ben? Nee, ik kan goed. Graphics. Oh ja, hoe gaat het met mij? Kan ik al 120 op? En ding is aan het cruisen op 65 graden. Prachtig. Oh ja, character builds bestaan. Daar moet ik eens even aan denken van, kijk, deze dingen bestaan nog. En ik weet niet meer exact wat mijn idee hiermee was. Ik had hier 6 amounts. Right. Craft after exchanging. Je hebt deze dingen nodig en de craft... Ik ben zo confused aan deze dingen. Kijk, dit wapen is misschien ook niet het beste voor Sensor. You know what I'm saying? Kijk, je hebt... wait. Je hebt namelijk de coole training guide. What do you mean there's room for improvement? Ja, de weapon is bad. Ja, en de character talents, maar dat is voor de storyline. Commonly used weapon. Ik heb de prototype. Heb ik dit zwaard? De Favonius sword. Sacrificial sword. Maar degene die ik nu al heb is eigenlijk de meest used. Weird. Wait, is dit accurate? Ja, dit is accurate. Ja, dit is accurate. Alright, nou de wapen is dus bad. En hoe ga ik dit dan voor elkaar krijgen als ik vragen mag? Oh, constellations kan ik niet doen. Kan ik niet doen. Artifacts. I mean, je hebt like dit. Dit doet like physical dinges. Oh ja, artifacts recommendation is een ding. Ja, kijk, ik ben like te lui om artifacts te grinden, you know what I'm saying? Nou ja, kon goed. Exit de intro, hoe heet het? Timestamp. Nee, dat doe ik maar trouwens als ik de quest begin. Dat is normaal hoe ik het normaal doe. Ik kijk totaal niet naar deze scène, totaal. Ik kijk totaal niet naar deze scène. Dit is geen Nederlandse zin wat ik zeg. Oké, als ik op deze even klik, check dit. Check even de balk beneden. Als ik hierop klik, gaat de scène eindigen. Gaat hij naar de Archon Quest. Banjo. Heb ik het veranderd? Please, editor.
We finally learned some key information.
Slaaptijd, jongens.
All of our investigative work has finally started to pay off.
Yes.
When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right?
Wie de hell is
If we
Furina?
ask Linny, he'll definitely have Fremine help us. Ugh. Why is Child like this?
What
What
is
was he doing
Child?
going into the pipes?
What is
Not
Child?
making our jobs easier, that's for sure. Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now before we find out what really happened. Now that we can finally relax, I'm starting to feel super sleepy. Let's try to get some rest while we still can. Nighty-night, traveler!
Right. Completing it. Oké, dan wordt dit nog een timestamp.
It's morning already? Paimon still needs more sleep.
Let's use some coupons. En ik kan niet kiezen. Kijk, dat is gewoon het leuke aan Genshin. Je hebt zoveel vrijheid in kiezen, jongens. Zoveel vrijheid.
Huh? Wait, look over there. Isn't that... It's one
Linny.
of Linny's cards.
You're right. It's been a while since we contacted him.
Let Paimon see what's written on it.
Right.
Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some
Whoa, wouldn't that be
investigating.
convenient?
It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information. Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off.
Nice, nice.
From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's discovered. We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the people here for a bit more before we go.
Oh, act 4 zijn we nu al? Nee. Oh. En flawless. Investigate freely, daar geloof ik niks van. 3 wishes pog. Primos. Maar als we nu al bij hoeveel? Act 4 zijn, dat gaat echt heel snel. Want er zijn 6... Hoeveel van acts heeft Fontaine? Waar is mijn muis? Hier. Chapter 4, Act 5. Nee. Oh, hier. Is dit de dinges? Quest. Nou, hier. Wait, wat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Ja, soms kraken. Is dat het? Klopt dat? Was het niet Q? Wait, wat was mijn... Wat is de snelknop hier naar? Weet ik niet. Chasms. Is de chasms dingen? Oh, dat klopt. Dan zijn er nog... Wat? Dan zijn er nog maar 2. Oh. En daarna moeten we naar de Netland. Boe. Boe. Nee, maar we maken het meeste ervan, toch? We maken het meeste ervan. Omdat Genshin Impact blijft Genshin Impact, right? Moet ik mijn character misschien een beetje healen? Hij mist like die 3 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bang. Wat was dat? Wat opent er allemaal? Waarom staat Steam open? Oh nee, wacht. Pongo moet niet weg. Vandaar dat Steam open staat dus. Alright. Hoe laag moet ik allemaal gaan? Auto start.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Ik vermoed bij de laatste X dat lijkt nu Valletta en Furina constantly erin zitten. Wait.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a
Oh,
convict
act
like the
5
rest
is
of
de
us.
Dat is de
I've heard
act
that
hierna.
even if you're
Oh
released
nee,
after
ik
serving
moet
your
t-shirts gaan
sentence,
pakken, man. Ik
going
ga
back to
huilen.
life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy it too.
How cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone would start over from
Reference, deze guy weet hij weet de lore. Hij weet de lore, deze guy heeft access tot YouTube shorts, ban hem. Ja, oké, nee, dat is een geintje, dat is een geintje.
Things ain't so
Misschien moet ik
great
stoppen met
on the
onnodig met
surface,
mijn mic
but
te
who
schreeuwen.
says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
Frankrijk wanneer iemand het heeft over nationalisme. Oh nee, fascisme, excuse me, zei banned.
It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld.
Really? Ik heb totaal niet opgelet wat ze
I've
zeiden,
never heard
dus I
anyone
don't
use the
care.
words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Well, in Minecraft, de overworld reference tot de playable map waar je begint. En de underworld reference naar de nether. Dus, not my first time. I think that you're right. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy.
That's true.
Convicts? Ik heb laatst trouwens een Engels toets gehad, dat was leuk. Ik heb nog geen cijfer binnen. Maar ik denk dat die best wel prima ging. En ik weet nu eindelijk hoe ik bepaalde dingetjes moet vertalen. Dus dat was... dat cutting edge betekent toonaanbarend of zoiets.
There's a
Aangevend.
group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
Well, don't mind if I do.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Excuse me. It's spijt me.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking
Eavesdropping.
about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Yep. Kun je misschien je introduceren?
Don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks, you guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Kisto.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really?
Really? Are we that famous?
I guess. We zijn in de krant gekomen, boys.
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Wait, wat was überhaupt de reden dat ik in de Fortress of Mirrorpeat was? Oh ja, we moesten de Fatui tegenhouden. De Seventh Harbinger of zoiets. Die Furina de schuld gaf van Child's oplokking. Right. How often do you get a personal led tour by His Grace himself? I don't know.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
Group.
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Oh, really?
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with who has the latest rumors, who's not getting
Mijn
along.
moeder is thuis.
Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Ik hoor de sleutels. Who's not getting along? Wouldn't you like to know all that? Sure, fills in. Bang.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Oh, ok. Okay. We ate the most incredible welfare meals recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Really?
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh,
Really?
So you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
Really?
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that.
Culinary.
Since you
Wat
like my
houdt dat
cooking,
in?
I guess that means we
vind
share
het zo
similar tastes.
goed
Listen
in Engels.
carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Dit liever niet. Look at me is saying, don't be upset. He's a good fella. Culinaire school. Oh, dat is waarschijnlijk een kookschool.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
Interesting.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Goed. Wait. Oh, and interesting. According to Cousteau, a person named Jin who frequently frequents the infirmary. It should take note of that. I think.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Cool.
Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think it... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
What?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
Ik denk het ook. So Jury has a confession with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I remember that too. I wouldn't remember that. Ik ben het nu al vergeten. Waar hadden we het over? Welke game is dit? Wel, het ziet eruit dat er nog maar één ding is. Ik ben te lui om... Ik ben niet te lui om daarheen te lopen. Okay. Origineel wel, maar... Ik vind het trouwens ook fijn dat in Fontaine, ik weet niet hoe het zegt eigenlijk, maar... Daar hoef je niet zo vaak tegen enemies te vechten. Dus ik kan gewoon... Heb je gezien hoeveel kip ik aan het sparen ben? En dat is niet het ergste. Look. Ik ben nog steeds elke dag word ik wakker om 7 uur. Om dat ding te claimen. En daarna naar school te gaan. Because why the hell not?
Hey, you over there?
Oké, nice. Sorry, ik moest even mijn moeder begroeten. You over there. Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
TCG? Even people down here play that game.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild.
TCG, okay, the
Literally
memes.
sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
Eigenlijk wel. Oh, oké, dan niet.
All right. No pressure.
Nou,
Why
inderdaad,
would you
nee.
be looking for
Ik
people
moet
to play
Furina
Genius
zien altijd.
Invocation in a place
Maar
like
de-
this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Ja,
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it?
exactly. Deze guy, zijn model
There are
wordt
lots of
altijd
card players
gebruikt.
here in the
Elke
fortress.
NPC meestal.
When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even
guy
outsiders
ook.
from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Stereotypisch Asian, iedereen lijkt op elkaar. Would you mind sharing with us for a moment?
Sure.
Bavilair.
Great!
Bavilair?
Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
Okay.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have.
Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
You mean...
Yes, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that there used to be a chef and a bartender before they were set down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
De moed maar even af.
Let me think.
Het is
Sounds like you want to
alleen
hear
voor
something
Furina
a little
natuurlijk.
more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Binnen weer. Ik moest even mijn moeder begroeten. Ze liep in mijn kamer, dus daarom.
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
True. By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone? Ja, ik ook, omdat op de kaart wordt laten zien.
Forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
De
It's
kaart.
just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Perhaps.
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Oh.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny.
Ja, klopt, Linny.
According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Ik zat trouwens te denken laatst van hoe ik nu loop is eigenlijk rennen. Maar kijk, als ik zo ren, man. Jesus. Kijk, dit is al hard voor mij in real life. Als ik gewoon... Kijk, dit is hoe ik IRL loop. En dit is snel. Alright. De production zone. Die is beneden. Huh? Furina staat op de banner. Dan weet je dat het goed komt. Mijn printscreen werkt niet. Nu wel. Ongeveer. Dat betekent dat het goed komt. Dan zien we Furina nog. Kijk, ik heb hier ook nog de OG headset liggen. Alleen, ik wil nog even zeggen dat de reden waarom ik die recent niet meer zo vaak gebruik is... Kijk, ik gebruik hem normaal op een dagelijkse basis best vaak. Alleen, wanneer het komt tot hoe heet het? Gewoon normaal streamen nu. Normaal draag ik namelijk een bril. En een koptelefoon op een bril, ain't that nice. Ain't that nice. Dus daarom ga ik vaak voor de dus. Substantie. Duplicaat. Ook. Bongo. Oh, hier is de exit. Ik had heel veel dat ik Child zag. Deze guy heeft vergelijkbare kleding. Met hoe kom ik daar boven? Poepap, poepap, poepap. Glad van koper. Waar is de muziek? Oh, daar. The Fortress of Meripede. Het is nog steeds wel base. Misschien ga ik die naam een keertje overnemen tot een Minecraft build of zoiets. Ik kan ook een keertje een Minecraft stream doen. Ja. Alright, 20 meter afstand. Linnie, waar kijk je naar?
Huh?
Hoi.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
Alright. Ik weet gewoon eens mijn findings meer, maar...
I'd have never
Denk dat
guessed
hij
that
het wel zegt.
myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out.
Ja,
He
dat
is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
personal reasons. Oh god. The most important thing right now is to catch him up. Nee, to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it
Alright.
that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Ja, alleen maar wie is Furina ook alweer?
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you.
It's the least I can
Eindelijk
do.
iets te doen, let's
We're
go.
all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys
Furina.
managing to collect all this information right under Risley's
Dit
watchful
is
eyes.
Furina. Ken deze dude
Collecting
niet.
information has always been our strong point.
Yep.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to
Hij is een playable
retrace Master
character,
Child's
Furina.
original
Linnie
route.
ook, dus dat is ook.
And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with.
En dat
Though we
is...
can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone.
Yep.
Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
Oké, we gaan straks 20.000
What do you want us
dudes
to do?
verslaan, I
Really
guess.
too hard?
Mijn woorden waar ik net over had, dat Fontaine
Well, I
peaceful
won't
is,
call
zijn
it
gone.
easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen
Not
carefully.
okay.
You'll
we
need
gaan
to find
dood.
an excuse to get into the
20.000 voor
infirmary
Tui,
and
guys.
investigate the room and environs. You've
Zolang het geen
mentioned
20.000
several
Tui, guys
sketchy
zijn, dan vind
looking
ik het goed.
people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Exactly. Sounds good. I will give my best shot. Did you only say that because I'm an amateur?
My apologies, I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger brother.
What do you mean? Ik heb de andere geanswered. But what if I am the older brother?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Ook.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
9 dagen. Oh. Klik. Oh, auto staat niet aan. Vandaar. Ja, ook al stond oud. Oh, dit is niet custom animated. Wel custom programmed.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Alright. Is custom programmed het waard? Ja hoor.
There seem to be several people inside.
Nee, die hoed zit raar. Nee, wacht. Ja. We doen de hoed op wanneer Furina er is, jongens. Let's try to eavesdrop them first, oké. Ja, wat is eavesdrop? Several people appear to be endangered in the conversation.
It's not impossible.
Oh,
Oh, afluisteren. Eavesdrop.
it's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
Ok. Niet doodgaan.
Someone, please help! He's sick!
Wat heb ik
Are
gedronken?
you okay?
Oh my!
Inhaling a large amount of vapor from the foul-smelling potion you found from the bottom of your inventory. If you recall that potion result of a failed attempt at an alchemy you once performed with Paimon at some point during your journey. In any case, it smells makes you to hurl. Waarom drink je dat? Oké.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion.
Ik kijk dood.
Could it
Is
be
dat goed?
poison?
Nee.
Let me take a look. Please lie down over here.
Oef, my stomach really hurts. Waarom drink je dat, je
Don't worry,
idiot?
I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Ik ben dan ook een idiot. Ben ik passed out?
You can do it, traveler.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Alright. Seaguine is wel gewoon de goat. Taken out a few instruments began to do. Je hoopt dat je niet healthy bent.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Mag ik wel uitademen? Oké. Je kunt klikken autoplay. Autoplay, je kunt klikken. Autoplay, je kunt klikken. Oké, ik klik wel.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
Oof, that hurts a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Waarom doe ik alsof ik dood ben? Oh no. Dat is mijn acting a bit over the top. Yep. Yep, you.
What about here?
No,
Does
not really. I
this
can
hurt?
barely feel.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. In there's
Thanks,
been other
Seagull.
inmates
You have
complaining about
saved.
the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
That infiltration mission can going much more smoothly than I imagined. Imagine if they got a load taper. Okay, next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Get 'em. Sigwayne just called that woman Loreen. So she's the one who those frequent visitors to the infirmary I have heard of before. Ik lees verkeerd waarschijnlijk. Would that mean the man next to her is die naam then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Meer direct zeker. Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. I draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed now. He's looking in my direction too. Oh god. Oh god.
His stomach aches really bad. He was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sigewin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sigewin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
Zij is een patient.
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Oh, don't need to
Are you
apologize.
two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sigewin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sigewin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
Ah, yes. Those two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship. And only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. Well, that isn't great. Dat is niet geweldig. Come on. Oh, boeken. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. Excusez-moi. All the files on the table appear to be patient records. Juist. And while and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. Okay. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Wait, there seems to be a movable hedge on the ground over there. Wait, what? Okay.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
Kom op, Paimon, blijf door argumenteren. Ik moet dit ding doen. But
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Fontaine is geweldig. The presence of the movable hedge isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventure's intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hedge here, of all places? Misschien ook niet. 6000 kliks. Hey. Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
Wow, rest in
And
peace.
same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
Yes, hij is weg. Pogs,
He just
FD guy.
slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him,
Die wil ik
huh?
onthouden. Die comeback.
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
Yep.
I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Zishwin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
You sure?
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Nee.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Zishwin.
Ik heb er
Did
gezeten.
you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Hier.
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
Nou, heb ik
then I'll also
Seagrain
be
gewoon
on
niet
my
in
way
real
now.
life om me gewoon te helpen
I hope you
soms
feel better soon
van
too.
medische hulp. Ze moeten ze moeten deze, hoe heet het, dokter gewoon IRL uitbrengen. Genshin Impact update the real world, please. Dat zal helpen. Help de mensheid. Bring Fontaine to real life.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now.
Dat lukt
You're
Frankrijk
widely
eigenlijk.
known as the
Fontaine bestaat al.
traveler, right? I just want to double check a few details, if that's all right with you. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead. So his primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it. All right then.
You sure?
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, his
Medicine.
constitution is
Spreek
quite
het
good,
woord uit.
So I'm sure he'll recover quite
Dat
quickly
is
after
wat
taking
heel
the
veel
medicine.
kinderen hier in Nederland
Please
zeggen
make sure to
altijd.
stick to blander, less stimulating foods. And don't stay up too late at night.
Ja, die zeggen altijd gewoon AK.
We'll hold the traveler to that for sure.
Maar het is aardrijkskunde. Oké. Seagrain still looks... Seagrain still looking at me. I should try to take a nap, like she said. Okay.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Go ahead. You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. Okay. You can, however, still catch some hint. Okay.
We've been to lots of places together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Paimon.
So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, he'll recover soon.
Companion that will bring forth the wave of your comfort.
You're awake.
Nee.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better, thanks to you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sejuine.
Bland foods. Geen spicy stuff. Alright. En de music speelt gelijk weer. Nice. Nice. Is it same floor? Dit is same floor. Ja, er staat same floor op. Ik Ik ben aan het kijken naar de meme op hoe het moet lopen. To be fair, de les, weet je nog dat like stream... Ja, dat was stream 1 was dat. Dan kreeg je die gliding wings met in Mondstadt. To be fair, kijk, die gliding wings gebruik je all the time. Gewoon om te glijden zo. Wee. Wat zou je zonder moeten? Thanks, Amber. Hey, maar heb je gezien, we gaan terug naar Mondstadt, hè? Voor de 5.7 quest of zoiets van Nederland.
You really
And I'm
are
not a
something.
fan of
To be
Nederland.
able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus temptation now! Paimon
Adeptus.
talked with Sigewin the entire time you
Oh,
were
gaan we terug naar
asleep.
Leeuwen.
She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Perhaps. Are we really off track, though? There's still a lot of weird things about that place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the questions Sigewin asked about Leren. And also, where are they really talking about out their midst before we walked in? Oh, and was Leren and yours genuine? Or were they putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Yep. Ik ben te lui om dit te lezen. Oké, wrijf het er lekker in en laat het extra lang op het scherm staan. Wat is dat? You managed to pass the slip to busy Lynette and has happened to pass by her disguising en het werd weg. Heb ik het gegeven? Oké, and finally the promised 9th day arrives. Ik vind het fijn dat ze het een beetje inkorten, dat ik niet alles zelf hoef te doen.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Yes, quest completed. Geef mij primo's. Ik heb 1000 primo's. Ben cool, ik heb 1 wish. Let's go, Skurk. 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 Dat is geen Skurk. En het is de Skyward Sword, wat completely useless is. Well, we tried. Kijk, elke keer als we gewoon een free wish krijgen, dan pakken we hem. Linny. Oh. Wat is het voor een codetaal?
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
Zo'n webcamworm. Yep, dat ding vliegt in de
That's
fik
good.
straks.
That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too. I guess.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Nog steeds, Lynette was de first person dat we ontmoeten in Fontaine. Ik ben geteleport voor de stand. Thanks. Wat is dit? Receptie waarschijnlijk. What do you mean by in secret? Moet ik nu gaan?
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
Nope.
Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
She did.
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Misschien is ze wel gewoon naar de kantine gegaan. Of de coupons. Nog iets uit het. Oké. Elemental abilities.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things?
Sigewinne is
She
het.
even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
I don't know.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Ja, alleen niet weet zulke dingen.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication. Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Lynette, het komt goed. Deze guy ziet eruit alsof het leven voor mezelf blijft. Oh, wait. Ik kan een woord halen. Wait. Sorry, ik was te luisteren om de steen te knippen. Mijn moeder liep binnen in mijn kamer. Could it be? May I?
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
He's beginning to panic. Don't panic, he's probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Yep. Poor Lynette.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
Komt goed, Lynette. Is het dood?
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infirmary infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervilet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why did he only go after Lynette?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her?
I don't know, mate.
Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Last time? Niet huilen, come on. Komt goed, vriend. Komt goed.
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means...
Uh-oh.
The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. I get it. I don't get it. Leg uit. He desperately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lenny, calm down.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless.
And I
Drop
joked.
some sense into him.
Nope,
I
it's
simply
worthless.
cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go.
Abducted?
I'll find a way to
Oh,
get
weird.
them back.
Let's... Oh my god. And he's gone.
Rushed out the door. After him.
Oh. Moet ik speeden of dat niet? Seguine. Je zat gewoon daar.
Right. I feel
Oh.
like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time.
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help!
Are you okay?
Nope.
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Wait!
Wait, ik kan niet
It's
lopen.
no use. We have to catch up to him.
Hij beweegt geen eens. De Indische marker staat stil. Oh nee.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Oké, well, voor de entertainment. Zit Risley's office? Hoe kom ik op Risley's office? Huh? Wait, hoe is hij? Oh. Ik wist net dat het een deur was. Sorry, meneer. Ik wist net dat het een deur was. Als ik een domein in moet, ik gaan huilen.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Oh, hij zit er al.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not.
Wacht
What do you
even.
really...
Wacht. Omnipotent. Almachtig.
Winnie!
Oh, wat is
Oh,
dit?
wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Zoals wensen, meneer.
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
Hij zit op de
No,
bodem van
we're
de zee.
still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. so we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got
Wat
your
wil nog steeds tegen
wish.
Charlotte trouwens vertellen over het nieuwsrapport?
You've been keeping tabs on us
Krijg
before
een
we
goede
even
intel
set
hier.
foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happen to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremenet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the
Deze
bonds
guy is
between
wijs.
the members of the
Yes.
House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur
laat mij dan de
Merlet
tea
and
collection.
Lady
Ik hou van
Furina
thee.
have already
Please.
received many samples as gifts.
Whoa,
Was
whoa,
this
whoa,
the
whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care about my place. That's... Stomme praten. Goed zo. Okay. Shame. All I've amazed quite the key... Oh, yeah. And I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neverlet and Lady Furina have already received my many samples as gifts. Oké, ik ga vanaf nu veel thee drinken. Was this an extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I will not allow to use us to blackmail her. Well, too bad.
You people really are difficult to get along with.
Yeah, I know.
All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
You die. Kom op, Linny, staat toe.
Linny!
Do it. Why do you have to do it? But I don't care. I don't care. Laat Child lekker bezoek hebben.
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second?
Alright.
From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Oh, hij gaat tellen.
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Wow, laat Risley lekker zijn ding doen.
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Ga je gang, geniet ervan, please. Please wait, can we really not talk? Laat Risley lekker zijn ding doen, man. Die guy is een coole guy. Hij heeft niks tegen ons.
Yeah, listen to the traveler.
Shut up.
You can't talk to Linny. Can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare. Oh, ik was niet zeven. Fine.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Uh-oh.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, yet if you're not working without any rest during lunch hour the 3rd day, you'll be fined a portion of strange meat in your refill meal. It's a good thing that we have already run a thorough investigation of this place. Let's see if I can remember. Oh! Die muziek die hadden we ook bij de battle tegen Furina. Lady Furina in de court. Ik heb dit er soms op staan onder de reistijd. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. Okay. Into the game mode. Ik had goed geraden ook nog. If you break the hidden rule of the production zone, your farewell meal might contain some strange meat. Yes.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Dat heeft niks hiermee te maken. Oh, wacht, een van deze boeken hoor hierbij. Oh, regarding the hidden rules of the production zone. Juist.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because
nee, dat is het niet.
We often see Miss Sijuin
ook niet.
observe Fonta's internal report
ook
suggests
niet.
the research notes said that the Melusine race perceived.
ook niet.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta.
Wait. Oh. Regarding the hidden rules in the production zone, what is the truth behind the one who is not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row? Who will see it if you keep working constantly?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Zal Sijuin de inspector zijn? Zit Sijuin dinges in de production zone? Dacht niet.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
Nee, maar dat is niet.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. We often see Miss Sijuin.
Okay. Under what circumstances does the strange meat appear?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from human. Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. We often see Miss.
Who will see if you keep working constantly?
I've been told that the infirmary is always at.
Yeah. Why does the strange meat appear the way it does?
The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world. The Fonta promoter.
Oh, ik heb unlimited tries. Oké, alles is incorrect. Dat is fijn, want dan weet ik tenminste, heb ik een heel stuk minder over.
We often see Miss Sigewin observing the prisoners at work near...
Oké. Sigewin.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real... According to Collins, the research notes...
You know wat ik probeer eventjes dit. Oh wow, wacht, wat is dit? Inside is different from human beings. Huh. Odd. Under what circumstances?
Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Zo, dat kan een goede reden zijn. Niet? Oké, dan niet.
I've been told that the infirm...
Well, alles is Sigewin. Alles is Sigewin. Oké. Gaan voor Sigewin, let's go.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed?
So Sigewin is behind it.
The hidden rule of the production zone.
Waar
People
haalt ze
are not
die...
supposed to work 3 days in a
rol
row.
vandaan?
And if they do, they'll get strange meat in their
Niet
welfare
zoals in
meal.
court.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality,
3 vragen
they
beantwoorden, by the way. Dus het
prepared by
één klaar.
Sigewin, the
Dus
head
dat zijn
nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sigewin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melazines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals
Worsley staat er
cannot
echt
taste the care
menacely.
within and usually just freak out.
Menacely, als de
Are we on
man
the
dat hij
right
is.
track?
Ja.
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Oh god.
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Ik lees het even in mijn hoofd, ik ben te lui om het op te zeggen. Alright. If you violate the hidden rules, the plankton ring, you will receive a strange fluid. Who sent the package containing the strange colored fluid? Sigewin. Nee.
Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Juist.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Oké, dit gaat voor
Fonta's
Fanta.
internal report.
Het is grappig dat Fanta... Hey, 1 uur en 24 minuten, by the way. Wacht, hoe heet het eigenlijk? Oh, Fanta. Fanta. Kijk, in real life is het like dit drankje. Het smaakt ongelooflijk goed, by the way. Het is wel suikerbomvol. Maar het grappige is, Fanta is een Duits merk. And if you don't know me... kijk, originally from German beverage. Orange version is in Italy. Strawberry version in Algeria. Yada 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 yada. En de Fransen zijn niet van de Duitsers aangezien in geschiedenisevents. Dus dat is wel grappig. Why does the strange block look the way it does? Ik denk dat
Fontaine
deze
promoter
lezen.
has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend them on Fanta.
Nee, wait a minute. Dat klopt niet.
According to Collins,
Nee.
the research notes said that the Melusine race
Nee.
We often see Miss Sijween. Fanta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed... The research notes said...
Oké, proberen het. Why does only who buy tickets to support both fighters receives the package? Omdat Worsley het een dom idee vindt. Oké, dat is de enige die ik goed had. Zijn scholen, dat is dan dat de Melusines dingen anders zien. En the way it does is door de nieuwe...
Fanta's internal report suggests that there's...
Is dit. Oké, dat klopt niet. Oh nee, wacht, wie brengt het?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. We often see Miss Sijween observe...
Proberen? Nee, het is de ham. Het is de ham. Of wat het ook mag zijn. Yep, het is... Ik ben een idiot. Sijween is al geweest. Oké. Dab. Bam.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of.
Ja, het is gewoon een Fanta.
That hidden rule of the Pancration ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making.
Rest in peace, Fanta.
The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new
dezelfde
product.
kleur als in real
But the
life.
Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
We haven't collected enough info to answer that. De muziek fade away. Mijn desktop ding staat op 0. Zie je dit? De muziek... Oh, wacht, mijn muis hier. Dit ding staat op 0. Dat hoort niet. Oké, well...
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley. You
Oh
know that we
mijn
haven't
god,
finished our
fuck jou,
investigation,
Lenny.
so there's no way
Laat
we
mij
can
de
answer the
game...
last
Wow,
question.
lady, wow!
Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Wow, chill.
You'll pay for
Wow, chill.
Lenny, are you alright?
The fuck?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sijween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sijween? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Wait, dit schiet literal bullets. Okay, well, I guess. I mean, a gun zonder bullets isn't a gun, right? I mean, je hebt ook nerf guns, maar... I mean, Sijween met guns. Voor GTA 6 is niet te kunnen. Are you his... accomplice in all of this? Yeah.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty.
True.
When Monsieur Nervy
Goed gedaan,
asked me to come
Seedwayne
here,
Evelyn.
he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
Bro, Linny leeft nog, dus het was geen echte bullet. If you're close with Neuvillette.
I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervillette told me to do.
Yeah.
Everything I did, I've done to protect them.
Yeah,
Had I not,
klopt.
they would be in far more dire straits right now.
True.
His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
Natuurlijk.
My dear Sejuine, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
De flooding, ik weet.
You want? Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Ja, tuurlijk. Ga je gang.
You like that, Your Grace?
Bro, Seedwayne,
All
shut
right,
up.
everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Alright.
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sejuine, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Lynette, vol gewoon.
I believe I hear footsteps.
Vader. Oh, ik dacht even dat er iemand werd neergeknald. Wat?
Space, please.
Chlorine!
Ah, Miss Clorand.
Wat is Chlorine hier aan het doen, mate? Ik heb die like 1 keer in de storyline nee, meerdere keren. Fremene is dood. L. Loser. Boe. Nee, ik wel goed.
What is Clorine doing here?
Yo, Chlorine. Chlorine. Dab me op.
Work.
I'm sorry about
Ik
shooting
word
you,
geskipt.
Mr. Linny. The tranquilizer effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremene? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress?
Bro, laat die guy Kijk, hij ademt nog. Zijn anime... Is het zo? Ja, hij beweegt nog. Hij is totally fine. These symptoms, it can't be. What do you mean? Wat zie je? Wat zie je, Sens?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh my god.
What did you say?
Bro gaat
Please,
evaporaten.
make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremene a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Fremene to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Alright. Well, dat is een ding. Laat mij lieven. Leave the office kan gewoon, oké. Wel, laat me eens even tegen Warfree praten. Ik vind die guy
What's that
cool.
look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sejuine may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
Again. Bruh.
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... Well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I
Abandoned
thought.
zone.
He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Deze guy houdt van zijn thee, man. Hij houdt van zijn thee.
Not
Dat
particularly.
vind ik goed. Dat vind ik
If
goed.
you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Laat mij thee drinken. Kijk, deze guy houdt van
Might
zijn
as well
thee.
then, I
Deze guy
suppose.
is echt een legend.
Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Het is high hoor. Oh, hebben wij schapen hier beneden? Lynette, shut up. Disgusted. Oh, ik zeg iets. Linne's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Sigwin touch Ferment. Still, he didn't stop her since it's obvious that Ferment doesn't require urgent medical care. Sigwin's examining Naam carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay. Ik zeg het 1 keer goed en de andere keer slecht. Wat is dit?
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
Oh man, hij
Of
leeft.
course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation.
Legend.
Let's leave him here for now and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more.
Ja, laat me met Mike
Sorry, I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
En allemaal PlayStation 3 games. De memes.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Oh, echt waar? Legendary. Laten we Mike verhogen nog een keer. Kijk, wat een luxe. Wat een luxe. Nu heb ik 5 games. 5 games, omdat... I don't know. Ik heb nu Minecraft, Gran Turismo 6, Lego Dimensions, Dirt 3 en Lego Harry Potter.
Linny, are you okay?
Ja. Oh, Linny. What's up, Lynn?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Oh, I'm worrying, mate. I'm worrying.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but
Always
that's
geweest.
probably just the residual effects of the
Oh, wait,
tranquilizer shot.
ding claimen.
I'm back, everyone.
Yo, feesthoed.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler.
Lynette, ze leeft. Ik wist het. Ik wist het.
Fremine? Is he...
Nee, hij leeft. Don't care.
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Het immediately come to lift en... Leef. Ze staat er ook. Het is gewoon Sensier staat altijd. En hij is er neer.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Waarom moet ik mee? Laat mij met Worsley thee drinken, man. Die guy is een legend. Die guy is gewoon de guy die de memes bedenkt terwijl we in een serious conversation zijn. Letterlijk ik. Daar is een geintje. Dus...
The Duke and Clarander gone.
Yep. Ja, no shit. Die zagen gewoon net
They
weglopen.
probably went to get some tea.
Yeah.
The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarander will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Karan saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there? Dus Worsley heeft hem erin gejiet en Clarence heeft hem weer eruit. Wat een meme. Wat een meme. Is hier een klein kistje? Kan ik die openen? Nee, wat is hierboven? Oh. Gevonden.
Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea?
No need.
Oké.
Could I tempt you with some
No need.
Laat mij ook thee drinken. Oh, dit is Worsley's chair. Wauw. Wait, er is de hele tijd het licht op de desk. Oh, daar word je toch gek van. Oh. Oh mijn god, dat zou toch afschuwelijk zijn. Dit is wel gewoon... Ik zou niet kunnen zien dat dit een deur is. Maar het is een deur. Let's go to the infirmary. De infirmary heeft volgens mij wel een ding. Nee, dat heeft hij niet. Oké. Nevertheless, ik hoop dat die taart goed smaakte die Pai me had gegeven. Want het is nogal wel de job. Daar ligt hij dan.
He's awake. Remini, how do you feel?
Bro, laat hem ademen. Hij is net wakker.
Lenny. Lynette.
Lynette.
We're all here.
American.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you
Ik ken deze guy niet.
No,
Is het?
listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you sunk into the pipes?
Pipes.
Geef me even de
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Flashback. Ja, kijk eens aan, daar zijn we. Alright, the pipes. Waarom word ik geteleport? Het is... Waar ben ik heen gegaan?
I'm in.
Oh, wacht,
Seems like
ik ben
this
hierheen
pipe hasn't been used in a long
geteleport om te
time.
herinneren.
It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Oh, nee. Well, that was quite unexpected. Even checken. Oh, dit kon goed. Dit kon goed. Zolang ik maar niet tegen dingen hoef te vechten of iets, dan is het goed. Kijk, ik kan dit is een domein waar ik nu in zit. Ik hou niet van domeins. Het is... Oh, ik heb nog tijd. Alright, very well then. Als er Fatui dudes zitten of iets, dan ga ik huilen.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Wait, ja, ik kan geen ander poppetje nemen, maar kan ik ook healen? Ja, oké. Wel, mijn kip kan toch tot de toepassing. En ik doe like 3 miljoen damage met een trial character, so there's really no need to panic right now. Hoop ik. Hoe kom ik daarboven? Ik begrijp het, denk ik. Wait. Rotate. Right. Oké, ik ben... Civil engineer. Nee, ik ben geen civil engineer. Waar is de muziek? Waar is de OG Fortress of Merrepeat song. Start. Dit brengt hem omhoog. Juist, dit is een soort van lift. Alright. Kijk, voor een abandoned zone, dit is nog best wel well designed.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Avoid the obstacle. Wait, excuse me. Cannot turn into this direction. Try adjusting the rotary to the other way. Wait, what was the message? Oké, wacht even. And then turn in this direction. Adjusting the rotary plate. Elemental powers. Hoe doe ik dat? Oh. Right. Daar beneden. Naar boven. Het is een fout die je moet maken waarschijnlijk door de storyline. Wow, would you look at that? Kijk, sommige domeins zijn redelijk te doen zoals deze. Alleen als er in één keer 10.000 bossen, mini-bossen op je springen, dan begin ik gewoon mijn leven te haten. Dan moet je het kunnen begrijpen. Wat ziet je nou uit dat de average level voor een trial character is dus 71? Laten we eens even kijken naar... Oké, 71, weapon level 71, artifacts, vol goud. Wel, vol goud artifacts heb ik niet, maar ik heb wel level 80 en een level 80 zwaard. Dus hope that balanced it out. Ik moet naar beneden. Door of Resurrection activated, oké. Jawel, als ik dood ga, moet ik dan like... Hoe erg dood ben ik dan in de game? Niet heel erg dood volgens mij. Wait, een Door of Resurrection is niet een goed teken. Nee, maar dat is waarschijnlijk omdat veel mensen hier per ongeluk doodvallen. Auw, mijn rug. Oké. Stay in the air to stay safe, right? Oké, action moment.
This is where the water starts.
Oké, zeg please niet dat ik een time limit heb.
Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Alright, well, if you say so. Waarom is deze place so well designed? Dit is echt ongelooflijk. Oké. 3, 2, 1, go. Ik heb volgens mij infinite stamina nu. Dus ik kan, als het goed is, niet verdrinken. Ik vind het altijd zo mooi hoe dat is gedaan, zo het onderwater. Moet je kijken hoe dat water is gemaakt. Kijk, mijn ding blaast op met 76 graden. 76 graden, maar... I mean, it is alright. Kijk, dit is toch prachtig. Ik zal ook een keertje gewoon... Misschien in de stream een keer gewoon onder water gaan zwemmen in Fontaine zelf.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them. And recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Ik geloof ook. Lenny, ik geloof in jou. Want jij bent... Wat doet de spacebar?
There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
Ik zie niet per se traces. Wel, als jij het zegt, Lin. Linny, nee, Fremine.
The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Oh, automated.
Wait. What the...
Niet doodgaan, come on. Come on.
My heart is racing. And it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Bro, je bent onder water. Hoe ga je ademen?
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
En hij is dood. Oh, go. Return to the shore quickly. Oké, if you say so. Onder water moet je dus een soort van serpent zijn. Oké, dat is cool. Dat wist ik niet. Autostart? Autostart. Thanks.
I can't die here.
Bro, we gaan niet dood.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater.
Ik wil niet gejumpscared worden. Oké, ik dacht misschien komt er in één keer een zeemonster. Oh. Cloran. En toen waren we gesaved.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarand brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Yeah.
Miss Clarand, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Chlorine
Miss
was
Lynette
like
is
the
right.
guy die gewoon
I believe Miss Clarand will stay here as a guest for another few days.
Frey
So
wilde
there's
de
no
massa zijn
need
op
to
de grond.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
I got it, I go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Why?
Lenny.
Ik wil uit de
The
Fortress of
logical part of my
Meripede
brain
zijn
is aware
voordat
that
dit
we're
allemaal
safe right
gebeurt.
now, but I still can't
Ik
bring myself to leave.
Laat mij.
We're just in danger.
Ik wil naar de upper world gaan, de overworld. Ik wil Furina,
Understood.
Lynette en dat ook.
Then let's just sit together for a while.
Nuvolet.
In that case,
Iedereen,
I'll leave
Chlorand.
the infirmary to you. The traveler
En
and I are going
Chlorand,
to head out for
Charlotte.
now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be
Ik wil
disturbed.
ze allemaal zien.
Thank you.
Oh, nee, ik ga niet tegen hem praten. Dit is het niet waard. Oh, nog meer Primo Gems. 1033. We zijn 1/12 op de weg. Dus dat is 1... Hoeveel is 1/12? Dat weet ik niet. Ik ben te lui om wiskunde te doen. We moeten weer naar de Duke's office. Die arme guy, man. Wordt die guy niet een beetje lastig gevallen? Ik dacht dat het een kist was, misschien. Wel, deze guy heeft waarschijnlijk nu zijn thee ingezonken. Ze staan nog steeds op dezelfde plek.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
You think?
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now then.
Goodbye.
Well, want to explain yourself?
Bro,
wisely?
shut up.
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us. Enlighten. Dat is wel erg. Deze guy is shit. Hoe zeg ik enlighten in het Nederlands? Wait. Verlichten. Verlicht me. Okay. You us as much as you'd like.
But where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Heb je wat thee?
Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave.
De
As for their
Knave, dat
specific
was de
goals,
naam.
I only figured those out as you made progress on your
Argentino, volgens
investigation.
mij. Nee, Arken...
You managed to
zoiets.
monitor and
Geen
stay
idee.
ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop him?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Primordial seawater engulfed alles duiding en is dood of niet.
Follow me.
Alright, we gaan erin. Let's go. Let's go. En ik moet zelf lopen. Yo. Hidden secrets.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good but
Over
I'm
20
surprised.
seconden heb ik de 2 uur mark gehaald.
It
Nice.
seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 uur, 2 uur mark. Ik wou zeggen 8 uur, dat klopt niet. Yay. There we are.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
En dat is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell
Laat je
them.
ons achter hier. Telt het als domain entrance. En we zijn in een domein gestapt. En ik ga huilen. Muziek gaat wel hard. Oh, ik kan geen andere character meer zijn. Nice.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Ook. Dit is volgens mij gewoon een domein gemaakt voor de exploration. Niet per se voor anything moeilijk. Maar dit ziet er dodelijk uit. Dat zou nerd als. Ik lees het in mijn hoofd. Ik ben te lui om het op te lezen. Looks like some kind of massive Solane gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it. But it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position.
Wait, dit is ik weet wel wat het is. Door de YouTube shorts.
Infinitesimally.
Er ligt er misschien iets een beetje onder, genaamd
But I happened to have
water,
some
wat
free
niet heel goed
time
is.
when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The temperature, the water pressure.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Furina displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Is continuously leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Yeah.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, Soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through...
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. That's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you really believe into the prophecies?
To be frank, not really.
Verhaal.
But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So, as the Duke of the Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
A gun. Om de poort te vernietigen. Moet ik zelf lopen? Nee, toch? Ik heb een extra ding. Liniehoed.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and...
You...
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my
Hij
head.
blaast het hele ding. Oké.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Focus. Focus.
Bro, maar als je dit ding opblaast, is het dan niet gewoon...
Taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants.
Why?
While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that all really
See,
necessary?
everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Lol.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right out.
Ja, dus er is nog een lagere
Your
kant.
constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Yeah, that's Paimon. Seems you didn't know her that well then. Waarom kijkt deze pro naar... Kijk de andere kant op. Wait, wacht even. Yeah, this is just a normal room. Nee.
Well, let's spice it up a bit.
Dit is...
And here you go.
Wow. 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 Oké, dat is... This is... Wat is dit? What a huge ass ship. Is dit de Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Niet heel veel.
Not much at all.
Waarom is Paimon blauw? Vertel. Ik ben benieuwd. Fontaine.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria.
Nope.
To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Lemurian dynasty?
The Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Dit klinkt als Pirates of the Caribbean.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that
True.
hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point.
Worsley's a good guy.
As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is the plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call.
True. Fair
All right,
point.
that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
Deze guy houdt van thee.
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Het is al redelijk laat, eerlijk gezegd. Maar ik wil eigenlijk nog wat de fortress zien opblazen. Hoezo?
Thank you so...
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my action now will decide the next steps of Looney group stakes. In other words, if I want to tell Lenny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford extensive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great.
We will.
I look forward to what happens next.
Alright, is het... Nee. Hoe lang gaat deze effing quest nog duren? Oh snap. Armor gems. Nice. Well then. En het ziet er naar uit dat de Forbidden Zone dus eigenlijk niet een production zone is.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
Jullie ook al.
So much like Risley, always drinking tea.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and
Laat
Seashore.
het fortress op, please. Laat me
Yeah,
hieruit.
I heard one male voice
Okay.
and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
Ja, ik ook
So,
niet.
Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Vertel hem niks.
He explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
And he sounds more like an old self.
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Mirapede.
Well, you wouldn't be wrong exactly.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
Rip. Yep.
That's Arlene.
Is that Arlene?
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Mirapede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Any guess of a big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
No thanks.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Well, well, well. There I am.
I can't believe it.
Deze guy heeft wel goede
The
voeten.
sea
Ja.
will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Maar ik ben zo in de
Risley
story dat ik
have
zelfs naar
wanted to meet
links
Father
kijk
to
om mee te
figure out a way
kijken
to
naar de
deal with
story.
this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father
Excuse me,
over to
what?
his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two
Thanks,
of you
Lenny.
have already aided
Okay.
us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
Ah, ja, ja,
You may
tuurlijk.
not
Ja, laat ik
share
in
the
de House of the Heart
After
gaan
all that we've
als
gone through together,
hun
the three
main
of us basically
target.
see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. We can work together again if it's necessary. What is that?
Paimon's hungry.
Oh my god, Paimon's al that hungry.
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another...
Oh my god. Laat me. Wait, heb ik geen teleport stands hier? Oh wel. We zijn zo dichtbij bij het einde van het verhaal.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coop.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Oh, I see, Dwin.
Are you here for dinner too, Missy? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Uh-oh.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria. What would you like to eat?
We can choose.
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Oh. Oh, ik kijk zo vrolijk. Then I have the tastiest stuff you can have to offer. Then I have the biggest portion you have to offer. Okay, we'll...
Me too! Don't forget Paimon! No problem. Just leave it to me.
Hij stond er echt als the god, so... What a legend. Brings also some drinks over to you. Generally tastes pretty terrible.
So delicious.
Amazing. Free dinner alls are the absolute best.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day. Feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious.
Besides the milk, I mean everything was super delicious. Exquisite, thank you.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijween, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take... You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
True.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Yes.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well. Oh, that. I just asked his grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried.
2 uur. 2,5 uur. Oh, sorry, ik missed the storyline.
Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
Zeker.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervuli would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
But that doesn't make any sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nervuli out of his office. Deze guy kijkt ook echt als de Sigma, de Rizzler dat hij is. Oké.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Thanks, appreciate it. moet weer gaan lopen. Kabels. Zo. Jeet. Ik moet naar de dormeries? Oh, you got to be kidding. Bro, ik dacht dat ik ben bijna klaar hier in de fortress, maar nee. Njong. Nope, niks extra's. Ik cruise op 77 graden, dat is best hoog. Dat is best hoog. Well, I guess sleep.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed.
Ja, alleen we weten nu alles over de fortress.
I'm super sleepy.
Okay, I'm getting also there. Slaap. Maar we weten alles over de fortress dat we... Paimon snurkt. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Good night. Oké. Maar we weten nu alles over de fortress. Oh, crowd gebeurt. Oh, oké, het is tijd.
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Alright, misschien moet ik straks even een paar scènes gaan knippen. Paimon, wake up, we need to go and see what's going on. Alright. Het alarm gaat af. Oké. De muziek is in één keer super epic. Jongens, we gaan lokken.
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't
Jongens, we gaan locked in. Ik denk dat ik weet wat er gaat gebeuren.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
Prima.
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling it Laveroon was saying
De primordial seawater is waarschijnlijk uitgebroken.
You might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed. Yet you only find out once you do.
Wait,
shut up.
You're the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my...
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
That means what happened must happen now down below. Oh no, is that at the very bottom? Oh no, it can't be that thing. Ja, dat is het ding.
What? What? Hey!
Laat me rennen. We rennen al.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Shut up, I don't care.
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost
Yes,
layer,
Grace, waar de fuck ben je?
move as far outwards as
Oh. Ik krijg straks waarschijnlijk een tijdlimiet omdat ik moet gaan rennen. His Grace, waar ben je? De muziek is echt epic. In the domain we go. Oh, custom animated!
They're here.
Just like I said. You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Whoa. Whoa. Custom element, by the way, eh? You know what to do? Classic style. Whoa.
What's wrong with these people? They won't even let us.
Whoa. Custom element, by the way, eh? You know what to do? Classic style. Whoa.
What's wrong with these people? They won't even let us.
Whoa. Custom element, by the way, eh? You know what to do? Classic style. Whoa. Pas op, man. Damn. Bro bevriest het water. Wat een guy. Ja, dat gaat niet werken, vind ik. Zal rennen. Ren.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, dit stereo man. Yeah, I knew it. What a legend.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Go, 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 go.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Sacrifice. Oké, zeg please dat we worden geteleport of moet ik gaan wandelen? Waarschijnlijk ben ik nu naar de overworld gegaan. Ik hoor water.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
De overworld, we zijn eruit.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Furina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Furina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Ik moet Furina protecten. Ha! Oké. You can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Natuurlijk, nu wel het. Als ik tegen de neef moet gaan vechten, ik ga dood. Oh. Dat is een stuk sneller. Dat is niet een stuk sneller. Dat is slomer. Oh, we zijn er weer. Buiten. Magnificent. De Fatui staat er al. Is dat een goed teken? Nee. Bring on.
Look, there are a ton of Fatulian public. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation.
Oké, let's go Furina. Furina, alles voor Furina. Ik protect haar. Ook al is het misschien een domein. I don't care. Alles voor Furina. In our right chat. Oké, daar is een neef en daar is Furina. Yes, Furina. Het is zo lang. Ze is zo blij. Yeah!
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Furina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui harbingers.
So this is the knave, the head of the House of the Hearts and Linny's siblings' father. She certainly not seem easy to deal with. Pleasure to meet you two.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Furina and I do things.
Okay.
You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Really?
See
It does hate the demon. Jesus.
This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
This is the epic. She seems friendly enough, but that can't be there is to her. The knave is also a force to be reckoned with. I should be very conscious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's pretty good. It's quite tasty, I think. Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Furina. And
Okay. Okay. Wait, child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right?
Het is de
He's
main
suddenly
villain
gone
van de 101 Dalmatiërs. Nog
I'm
steeds.
really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him,
Furina.
I feel like I should add
Ik zal
something.
stoppen.
His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty
Laat mij
impressive.
screenshots hiervan maken. Dit is zo epic. De memes. De memes. Wait, de memes. De memes. Laat me memes. Furina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Furina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
Thanks.
But I thought you would
Ze
be
is
happier
zo
to
shocked.
hear the
Zo.
news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Komt goed, Furina. Het komt goed. De faith is in ons. May the force be with you. Zoals dus. Nee, oké. Geen Star Wars, jongens.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Uh-oh.
Well...
I know, Pyroman's statement just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Mirapede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he has been injured or killed. Furina is so shocked.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
Well, she turned up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Furina. Always for Furina, we know. That sounds good to me, yes?
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate. It doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Kijk, zie je hoe wij zitten? Furina's benen zitten zo tegen elkaar. Ik ben een beetje social engineer, amateur. Als iemands personen hun benen zo zitten, dan zijn ze of heel formeel aan het zijn, of zijn ze extreem gestrest. Kijk, als ze zo met hun benen gekruist liggen, dan zijn ze comfortabel. Maar het ziet er naar uit dat wij beiden niet heel erg vrolijk hierbij zijn. Ze kijkt zo shocked.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
Wacht, wat?
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, de muziek stopt. Custom animated.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Oké, ik heb deze scène gezien op een YouTube video. Dit gaat heel epic worden, jongens. Watch this, watch this.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Daar gaat hij hoor. Face me Zeus. Nee, het is geen Zeus. Hydro-god. Ken ik niet. Oké, alleen Furina. Oh! Shut up, ik wil niet slapen. Ik moet het zien. What a legend. Bro heeft de force van Star Wars. Nou, oké. Kom op, nu Valet.
The day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day.
Whoa.
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Yo! Yo! Wauw, hij heeft het weer dichtgemaakt.
The sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
The puppet has turned its back to the puppet master. Oh, wat mooi. Wat hebben we gekregen? Epic.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Wel, nee. Nou, kinda. Kinda. Kom op, Furina. Leef je nog, Furina? Please. Uh-oh.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Furina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
Vertel het, ik wil het
At this
weten.
point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a
Wow,
Fontaine.
wees even normaal, please.
You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you, it beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Well,
You're wrong.
I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence.
Oh, ze is boos.
Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
Wow.
Oh, great
Okay, lore.
Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved.
Ze is zo klein dat de hoogte tussen nog steeds hetzelfde.
As long as I
Ongeveer.
continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Yeah. Team Furina. Furina is not acting like herself. Usual self. She's actually serious, refuting the knave accusations. She means what she says. She is not putting on a front. Yes. Sensio is ook a social engineer, I see. Okay.
Then I ask you, Miss Furina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Sensio.
I...
Come on. Nuvelet komt nu in één keer binnen. So was that all a lie, or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she deflates like a popped balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive
Beings like yourself.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way.
Waarom staan we
Would it be
allebei?
possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes.
Hoe kan je überhaupt zien als je... Oké, dan laten we zitten.
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog you.
Als is dat schuin. Ze heeft confidence.
What is the purpose of your oratrice mécanique d'analyse, Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
Wat is er mis met de oratrice?
So you also have no idea.
Nope.
If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Furina. I first caught wind
Om alleen maar
of this
deze
when Lenny
cutscene
tried to
te laden
investigate
is
the
al
oratrice in the
69
opera
graden
house.
cruising.
You
Oh,
see, even just getting...
ik ben er weer met Jullie binnen. Dus in de minium. Dat.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
Bro, stop it.
Right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuvilette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Furina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Furina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Nuva's next task was. Yeah, klopt. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial seawater. Oh, sea, yeah. But can he really deal it with himself? Ja bro, heb je gezien. And Furina being truthful or not? Well, Furina en ik zijn besties blijkbaar.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thanks.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Nom nom nom. Is to change the topic and brings new, less significant things. Let's go.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest
Oh, het ziet er nou uit
quality.
dat mijn epic been-theorie niks heeft te maken met de animaties van deze 3D-modellen.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly
Nee, klopt
honored
wel.
to be
Zie je?
featured at Miss Furina's table. And I was
dat
merely catering to Miss Furina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
IRL.
Very well.
Wait.
We'll end it
Oh, het is
here.
al 9:10. Shit.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Well, of course.
Paimon's coming too.
Right. Furina, laat mij prezen, Furina.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that?
Wat is
Is
de...
something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Oh. Ook. Wel, doei Furina. Doei. Niet huilen alsjeblieft. Doei. En de deur. Waar ben ik? Is de... Ja. Waar ben ik? Oh, ik ben hier. Waarom ben ik bij de orketrice? Weird. Ik moet zo eventjes mijn tandjes poetsen, by the way. Dus, you know, kijk, dat komt. Ik ga niet de stream gelijk cutten. Het is gewoon handig om te doen misschien. En dan kan ik daarna gewoon weer verder. Waar is de exit van het gebouw ook weer? Oh ja. De neef. Alright. Ik pauzeer hem even hier dan. En ik zie jullie zo. Ik poets even mijn tandjes. BRB. Bye. Alright, daar ben ik weer. Oké, tandjes gepoetst. Kleding opgevouwen en andere stof. Werkt bij geluid nog? Ja, die doet het. Hoe werkt het? Zo. De neef.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
There's no need. I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you?
Father.
The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
Oh, thank you.
I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
Geweldig.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Alright.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meropide.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Fair points.
Come over here, you little critter, you. You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter.
Altijd die
This
Gnosis.
is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
Waarom scare je
It's
Furina?
just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meropide. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make the initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to invent...
Oh, we worden geteleport. Ik ben buiten geteleport.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Furina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
Dus dat is de
I've
reden.
now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Furina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Furina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
Oh.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course.
Alright.
I have a feeling that the situation will continue to
Als ik kan
evolve.
coopereren met de
As your name
Vitsui,
is often connected with noble
dat zal toch best wel
deeds,
fijn zijn.
I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Furina.
May I ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side...
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives. Permission granted.
You have enough power to force me.
Whoa. You can't tell us?
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long... and now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh? Why is it...
De Hydro Archon. Zou het betekenen wanneer het regent dat Furina sad is?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon survey of the water.
The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not be so surprised.
Furina!
Furina?
En ze loopt naar rechts.
Neuvillette! Neuvillette, are you listening?
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. Well, there's still some...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the... Then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use...
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Huh. No.
We'll see you another time.
Oh god.
Take care.
Ik moet weer naar de fortress. Nice. Oh, dat is unexpected. I must say. Nee, ik wil niet per se terug naar de fortress op het moment, dus we claimen onze commissions. Bang. En ik sluit de stream af. Denk ik hier. Gaan we volgende keer... Oh. Dan gaan we volgende keer verder met de fortress. Nee, 78. Ja, 1078. Noise. Rubik's Cube. Oh. Zet de bongo weer uit. Goodbye bongo. Wel, dat was de stream dan alweer. Het was een fijne tijd om weer te doen. Zeker. 7 dagen alweer geleden. Nou, ik heb veel lore geleerd. 3 uur en 7 minuten gestreamd. Tot gauw jongens. En ik zie jullie volgende keer. De volgende keer moeten we dus wel weer terug naar de Fortress of Meripede. Maar waarschijnlijk is het snel over. Act 5 wordt de volgende stream. Dus ik vermoed, het wordt een mooie stream. Ik weet niet hoe emotioneel ik zal worden bij die stream, maar we zien. Peace out. En ik zie je de volgende keer. Alright. And cut. Oh wait, ik vergeet shit. Wacht. Het komt goed. Stay hard. En zie je de volgende keer. And cut.